big scuba crazy. I've been reacting to videos all day, probably like 4 hours now, maybe more or less, whatever. But I had reacted to the two Danny Meyer diss tracks that he made for his Quest McCody battle or whatever, and I had seen this video and I thought it was interesting. You know, and I know Danny Myers like to do a lot of stuff, and shit, he one of my favorite battle rappers. So pretty much anything he do, I'll be damn near supporting. But he's somebody I feel like we similar in a way because we like battle rap, we like fighting games and video games, and in that type of aspect, that's just cool. So I'm gonna react to this. I got a gaming channel. Hold on, let me show y'all. I got an FGC channel if y'all ever want to get whooped in Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or any of that. I done competed in tournaments and stuff like that too. I got a walkthrough channel if y'all want to see me beat GTA, Uncharted, whatever. Any game from back in the day, whatever. I'll probably, you know what I'm saying, I could play it, whatever the case is. But let's get into the video.
What's the deals? Danny Myers, the Bar God. I am back with another one. This one is for the gamers out there, man. Listen.
Shout out me.
I've been a gamer since the first NES. You know what I mean? Like when the Nintendo first came out and got this little square pad with A and B, select start, and you got this plumber on the screen and he's jumping up and he's hitting these boxes with a question mark on and coins is coming out and there's these turtles and mushrooms and all kind of things attacking you.
PSP came out in 2004?
It was like,
damn, I didn't know the PSP came out in 2004. That's crazy. I thought maybe 06. Maybe 07, really. 2004 was a third
life-changing experience for real. Like, it was like,
that's
wow,
crazy.
This is great. You know, because you know we grew up, we outside, we playing football in the street, playing two-hand touch. If you in the middle of the street, if you ain't just so happen to be out at a grass field or something, you know, kids is high go seek, high go get it for some of y'all fast ones out there. You know, once the video game systems came into the house, the kids was in the house. You know what I'm saying? Right. And even though, you know, some moms and grandmas was like, oh, what, $200? What? I ain't paying that. And
okay, one thing I want to say about how people be like, oh, this generation messed up. Everybody in the house, they on their tablets, they on their games. And, okay, so just for example, like when we used to be outside playing basketball, there was people that weren't good at basketball. There were people that wasn't good at football or whatever. A lot of active sports. So, like, I feel like people just looking at certain stuff, like, from the type of view people see it is kind of crazy because it's like, damn, y'all just expect me to go outside and be on monkey bars. A lot of people not physically strong, physically, you know, naturally talented at sports and stuff like that. So some people are good at video games. You know, ain't nothing wrong with your kid sitting in the crib. He may not like basketball. He probably just damn near had to do it because that's all y'all know. Hey, I'm sure we all probably have some parents who's like, hey man, I go outside. Fucking, I don't feel like dealing with y'all. You know. So I just want to throw that out there.
But I think once they saw that, well, I see my son, my grandson is in the house, he's in his room, and he's not out there in them streets.
Facts.
It's not a bad investment, you know. Like, keep him in the house, he quiet. Maybe the light bill probably running up a little more, but he in the house, he ain't in them streets. So you know, I kind of came up right when video games really burst onto the scene, and it, you know, again, I've been gaming ever since. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to list in the comments below some of y'all favorite games of all time. You know, I like personally, I like the GoldenEye. That was on the Nintendo 64. Also on the same system, you had Super Castlevania 64. I love the Castlevania series. Of course, I'm a fighting game player. Everybody that knows me, they know that I listen. I might not be a pro like my homeboy Chris T and Justin Wong and my homeboy Mike Ross and all the pro gamers.
That's fire. He know them.
The pro fighting game players. But when it comes to this hip hop shit, ask Hip Hop Gamer. You know what I'm saying? Ask Easy the Block Captain. I done put hands on them.
Oh no, I 10 on all of them. I seen him play. He played with Jay Black, I believe. He was playing Yuri. So. But I always said I want to run a set with him for sure.
We've been going back and forth Street Fighter 6 too. Shout out to Caustic. Shout out to my man Jay Fox. Fox is crazy. His E Honda is fire.
Oh, that's what's up. Fox
I'm getting off subject.
Fox be playing Street Fighter 6 and then he tell me. I didn't even know he be playing. See, I did a set with Fox. Fox, my boy. I be watching his 2K videos. Uh, he didn't know me, Scuba Steve. You feel me? But yeah, I gotta run that set with Fox. I need it with Danny, all that.
Too. Shout out to
I don't
Costa,
play
shout out
6
to
no
my
more.
man,
But,
Jay Fox. Fox is crazy. His E Honda is fire. I'm getting
my
off.
man's
I'm
Plus
getting
is
off
Not Real
subject.
had the best Honda in the world.
But
See,
again,
like,
I've been
man,
gaming since forever, and I'm still gaming. I'm 45 years old today, and I'm still game. Like
what's up.
it's just like a good pastime. Sometimes it's a waste of time too. Like,
Fact.
you be having important shit to do, and you on the damn game, and now it's like you try to play for 30 minutes to an hour, and next thing you know, 8 hours done went by, and you ain't getting nothing done for the whole day. So
Fact.
there's that. But I was wondering, with from that day, from that moment, from the NES and the Super Nintendo came out, I remember, y'all might not even remember it, but there was a TurboGrafx 16.
I got one of those. In the
There was
cloud.
the Neo Geo, and
ain't got a Neo
I'm gonna
Geo.
tell you this, I never knew anyone that owned a Neo Geo system ever. I never even heard of anybody that knew somebody that had it. And first of all, I believe it was like, I think it was like $600, which was unheard of, and especially during that time. And each game was 200. Like it wasn't like you got a bundle deal or nothing. Each individual cartridge was $200. So even if you were lucky or you was rich or well off or whatever, however you might have came up on one, you still wasn't finna have no stack of games the way people been having stacks of the Sega Genesis
Facts.
cartridges and
I had a
Nintendo
box full of
cartridges.
Sega games,
You ain't got no stack. I don't know nobody with a stack of Neo. If you do, tag me on Twitter. Show me the damn proof. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so I was just watching, I'm watching as I'm growing up, like, okay, these graphics is getting a little more realistic. And I think it really started with I want to say the PS1, when you started getting, like, instead of just like the steel frame and they got the little text right there, above the characters, or like the little comment boxes. Now we're getting like motion cutscenes, and you get games like Metal Gear Solid, and you get
I never beat one
Final
of those.
Fantasy 7. I think that was like 3 that was 3 discs, by the way. That was 3 discs.
Man.
I think that was PS1. That's a classic game. And then I skipped what I was trying to get to. The point is, I've seen the Nintendo start off with the pad. You got the pad, then they come, it got the gun. You playing Duck Hunt, so it's got the gun, the pad. Then Nintendo came out with the power pad, like you could run,
I had
get
one
on
of
the
them.
pad, you can actually stand on it. So they're like pushing the boundaries of where you can go with this thing. And so then you get the Dreamcast, which innovated because their controller was able to put a memory card into a cartridge slot on the actual controller itself, save games and do a bunch of other things with that. Then you had the Rumble Motion. Nintendo also came out with a Rumble Pack that made the controller shake as you're shooting or fighting or there's an explosion on the screen, you feel the rumble in the controller. And so now they're making these games a little bit more interactive, and then now there's more realism, and it's realistic, and it's putting you in the game. It's making you go in the game, right? So, you fast forward to the Xbox One, you get the first Halo's classic. Shout out to Halo and Halo 2. I think everything else after that is kind of iffy, but them first 2 Halo games were absolute classics. Gears of War. But anyway,
I need to
what
rebeat
I'm
all the
saying
games
is,
so I can upload them to my channel.
with I'm pretty sure the PS6 is on the horizon, and whatever Xbox is gonna drop
From
next.
what I'm looking at, okay, the PS3 came out, then 7 years later, or 7 years later it came out. PS4, then 7 years later the PS5 came out, which is crazy because I just got a PS5. Black Friday. It was no reason for me to get it because I was competing in fighting games. All the games I was competing in was still on PS4. So it was, and then I had my PC, so it was like really no reason to get it. But it's just crazy.
I say to myself,
But Evo bought,
All
or
right.
PlayStation bought Evo, so now you have to have one.
What would be the purpose? I'm trying to figure it out now. What would be the purpose of a new system if
Facts.
all you're gonna get is like maybe maybe a graphic overhaul, a little upgrade in graphics, different games, different IPs or whatever. But it's like, what is so different than like a few years ago? Like, yeah, the graphics are way cooler, but we're still like with a controller, and we have, you got your PC, your gaming
Yeah.
monitor or whatever. You got your TV, and you got a controller, and it's like
I don't even like the new
we're in
Xbox controller. This
2025,
pad,
and I figured
and I be
like,
competing, and I cannot stand it. It's
if
the
you
one
would have
thing I
asked
can't
me
stand,
back
but I gotta use this controller.
1996, 98, even the year 2000, 2005, where we would be with video games, I would have told you we'd be like having I told my homeboy, I said we would have holographic visuals in our living rooms. Like the game would be in our house. It would no longer be
On the screen.
from us, the console to your TV. It's now where we be in a virtual reality world where you're literally like in the game. And so and now so you got where you got the Oculus and you have things of that nature where you can put on the goggles and you can look around and but I feel like the home consoles, like, have they reached their peak? Like, okay, what do you guys expect from PlayStation 6? Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be at.
I get what he asking, because I used to say that, like, why do people want GTA 6 so bad? Like, what? Well, I understand now it's coming out, so I'm hyped for it too. But before, like, they would update GTA 5, and people would be like, oh, they still updating this game, just drop GTA 6. Like, do you want a new story? Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Because we can just update it and give you a new story, but it's just people so used to, them dropping something new and just spoiled by the number of, oh, this isn't 5, this is 6 now. But I mean, it's gonna be a different story. But let's say they continue with the Franklin and Trevor story and all that, like, and they just said it's GTA 6, but it's like, damn, this ain't nothing but an update from GTA 5. But I don't know. Hopefully, I get what I'm trying to say.
Maybe $500 to $700 for it when it first releases. And now you got to start collecting a whole new library of games. But it's like, what is the innovation? And I asked this too. I even go back to the first iPhone. I remember watching that Steve Jobs present the iPhone at that Big Apple conference, and he's telling you, like, we got a phone that doesn't have any buttons on it. It's just a screen, and you can dial from the, that was like a leap. That was a huge leap in technology. And of course, and until this day, listen, till this day, you still have like phones that are pretty much the same as the iPhone 1. Yes, we're on the iPhone 16 headed to the 17, but the general functionality has pretty much remained the same. Yeah, the phones got bigger, the screens were brighter, and but what is the next step in evolution of the phone, right? And so I was thinking about, when it comes to game consoles, what is the next step? When I feel like we're gonna get to a point where controllers, the physically being in your hand, is going to be a thing of the past. It's going to be obsolete as far as literally having a game controller in your hand. I feel like we're going to get to the point where we're kind of like plugged into the matrix with this gaming shit. And I do feel like the first company that utilizes that or incorporates that is going to really be the leaders in evolution and technology as far as the whole gaming industry. Like, somebody has to do something different at some point. I get it. You pretty much can only do what technology will allow you to do at this particular point in time. But I feel like behind the scenes, it might be Elon Musk. Who knows? It might be Elon, might be Bill Gates, might be somebody.
Elon probably the only person that could say like make a new system. Like for example, if let's say Sega be like, oh, we got a Sega Genesis 2 or something, right? Like people like me and Danny probably would buy it, but a lot of people might not, depending on what games they got. Like if it's just Sega exclusive games and they all fire or whatever the case is, Kid Chameleon 2, Earthworm Jim 4, you feel me? You know, but just stuff like that. Like Elon Musk is probably like the only person that could be like the Tesla station or something, you know, and people will buy it because it's Elon Musk. But other than
Somebody
that,
who
I don't
we
even know
not
if they
even thinking
ever
about
make a new
is
system.
gonna
It's
come
forever gonna
up
be
with a
Nintendo,
gaming
Xbox, and
system
PlayStation.
where it is
Unless Apple
pretty
do it
much
too.
gonna be like telepathic. You are controlling the character from your thoughts, and the graphics won't be on like a screen. It'll be like you're in the game, and I do feel like that is the next step. That's where we're gonna be headed as far as games go
That
in the
might not
future.
come.
You know, because
No
even
time
when you
soon.
look back, and let's just look at these. Let's just look at some of these gaming systems right here, right? Let's go back to the Atari, because that's the first one that I remember. I never had one, but I do remember. And then you had the ColecoVision, and look at the Nintendo, the first Nintendo, right? So when you look at that, and then you fast forward to like the PS5, it's like it's a huge leap, but it kind of, as far as the functionality, is kind of
I think even
remains
CDs
the
is
same. You
even
got a
kinda like
controller, you got characters or pictures on graphics on screen, and you're controlling them with your hand, and it's pretty much the same general idea of, yes, of course, the sound, graphics, all that is just leaps and
yeah, for
bounds
sure.
from where it started, but the general idea is the same. And it's like, with the next iteration of gaming systems, are we gonna still be doing the same thing over and over, and we're paying for a different upgrade in the system, but generally getting the same thing? And another thing I want to ask you, have yes, let me ask y'all this. Yes, games have become brighter and bigger and like movie quality, and like they're putting hundreds of millions of dollars into these games, and yes, you get like a
I think I already know
full
what you finna
movie
ask.
experience with these games, right? Yes, graphically they
Have
have
the
come
games got
a
better,
long
or
way,
are they
but
still even fun?
do you feel like games are funner
I knew it.
now,
I knew it.
or were they funner back in the PS2 days, the PS3 era, the first Xbox era, the Nintendo and Sega Genesis?
And this is why I've been having more fun playing the old games, Incredible, even Shrek 2. Even though, you know, this is just GameCube era, but even then you could have way more fun than the games now, you know? Because I feel like what it is with that, they were putting the games out complete, you know? Now there could have been a such and such edition that they drop or something maybe, or like a bestsellers edition with an extra level or something. I don't know. They really did that back then. But when they dropped the game, it was complete. Just like Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, I can get on there. I can beat that game in one sitting and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Simpsons Hit and Run, like it's a complete game. It may be broken, y'all know what I'm saying? It might be, you know, stupid little stuff that's whatever. But these games are like more fun. Kid Chameleon, you can hop on there, have fun. The old Spider-Man, you know, whatever. So I get exactly what he's saying, because this is a combo I have all the time. But that's why I've been playing emulators and you know, stuff like that lately, and going back and revisiting the old games because I've been having way more fun doing that lately.
This is era, because I feel like, yes, games are more immersive now and more like for the serious player. And I understand like Nintendo's direction of, let's just keep things simple and fun, family oriented. So yes, the Nintendo games are fun, but I mean,
Yeah.
in 2025, are video games still fun?
I haven't played a
You know,
lot of Switch
like,
games,
yes, you're having fun
but
when you're playing.
I
but
know I
is
would
it
have fun
in the
playing
same?
Mario 3D Land and all that 100%. You know, that's just because I don't. I have one low key, but I just be focused on competing in Street Fighter and all that shit. So that's kind of why I don't really.
Like the childhood or the
'Cause being an
it just
adult
brings
now,
back the
it's a time
nostalgia
thing that play
of
into all this shit.
I'm at the it's Saturday morning. I got my bowl of cereal. I got the cartoon going, and now I'm on this game, and I'm just locked into this game for hours upon hours. I don't know if games, and I probably thinking because now I'm looking at it from a viewpoint of when I'm 8, 9 years old playing video games to I'm 45 now.
I don't think it's an age thing either. Cause I talked to somebody about that was older than me. Basically, it was a friend of my uncle's. He basically my uncle too or whatever. And I remember asking him or telling him about it. Like I don't think games are as fun no more. He was like, maybe it's because of your age. But I'm like, bro, I don't even think it's that because some games, if I go back and play, I will like remember how I was feeling as a kid, or it just I get that inner just what's the word I'm looking for? Like I will feel it just as hype as I was then, being 28 now. You know what I'm saying? Playing the game, playing an old game, I will still be like hype. Or when Marvel vs. Capcom 2 finally dropped back into the stores and stuff, I'm like, oh, what? I'm just as hype. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think it's an age thing with that. I just think a lot of these games now be a money grab or a cash grab, and they don't really put too much into it. So
Like still playing video games. It's like, did I just grow out of the fun part, or
no,
or am
no.
I not tripping? Like, or games just really just not as fun as they used to be? I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments below.
Oh my
Let me know
goodness.
the what do you feel like the future.
Of course, it want to freeze up. But like I said, I don't think he grew out of it. I don't think none of us did. A lot of people don't play games anymore. Due to time and stuff like that too. And a lot of us are getting older, and can't really. Oh damn, my mouse froze
Future of
too.
gaming
Okay,
is,
yeah.
and
But yeah, a lot of us can't really play anyways due to work and time, kids now or whatever. But like I know it used to be fun playing with your little brother or playing. It's not too many co-op games no more, or like just games where you don't really have to like. I mean, they be hard, but where you gotta just where you can just have play with your little sister, or your little brother, and it just ain't the same no more, and that's a fact. Like, um, let me do this for example, like best old school co-op games. I know Contra or something gonna be on there. Toe Jam and Earl, I used to like that. I'm trying to think. I want like a good list. Best co-op games to drag pals. It Takes Two. No, I want to see like some old games. I don't want to really. Let me see. Yeah, see, it ain't not even. It's hard to find. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna find some. The best rating co-op games of all time. All right. Sniper Elite, Streets of Rogue, or just stuff like Streets of Rage. I don't know, Shrek 2, like those type of games. X-Men, Legends. I'm trying to think of a game where you don't really gotta like try too hard. It's just fun. I don't know. Even I don't know, man. But I get 100% what he's saying. But my computer is garbage. So everything freezing. Before this video freeze and PC crash or something, I'm just in the video. Y'all in the FGC, subscribe to me, Scuba Crazy, FGC. This is my reaction channel. I got a main channel. I do a whole bunch of stuff. I've done had my nose in battle rap before. I was actually in one of Nettie Meyer's tournaments during quarantine. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bars or something like that. I don't know. But hopefully I enjoyed this video. That was fun to watch, and it was cool to have a convo. Hopefully somebody watch this, drop a comment, let me know something.